An actor known for his roles in big movies like Star Wars, Heroes, Alias, and A Star is Born is now taking his star power and using it to raise awareness around epilepsy and caregivers. Actor Greg Grunberg is joining me this morning with more on his mission. Thanks for coming in.
Are you kidding me? Thanks for having me.
You're incredible using your star power for this.
Somebody's got to do it. Epilepsy affects millions and millions of people, and in turn, it affects their family members and the caregivers, the parents, siblings, partners, everything. So it's important that we talk about this, and that a community that big has somebody. And I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
I have a podcast. I do a series with the caregivers, and so it's just really important. And my son is someone who's living well with it, but it's not just seizures. People think it's just seizures, and it's the brain.
Yeah.
So it's emotional, it's outbursts, Jake he's doing well. Again, he's 30 years old now. It started when he was 7. So we've been dealing with this for many years. But there have been moments when all of a sudden he gets argumentative, and he's just not just a normal jerky teen. It's like we have to go, is this normal? But other things, and then, he'll apologize later. And it's just the emotional thing. And then it affects the brothers and the sisters and the parents. So I'm really happy that I'm working with Jazz Pharmaceuticals and the TSC Alliance here with the World Conference in Denver to address that. And caregivers need to know they're doing a good job, that it's okay to not be okay. If you're watching this, I don't care if it's epilepsy or not. If you're a caregiver, it's tough, man. It is tough. And so, you need to talk to somebody. You need to, and that's what they're doing, is they're providing resources, letting people know that there's places where they can actually get help.
Right. So you kind of talked about that conference. You're the keynote speaker for it.
Yeah.
You raise awareness about epilepsy, but in addition, caregiving, and specifically male caregivers, and how that can look a lot different between males and females. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be the case because, my wife is stronger than I am, and she has friends she talks to. Guys, we bottle it up inside. We don't want to talk about it. We think that it's a weakness. What's a weakness is keeping it inside and thinking that you're alone and you can handle it all.
Yeah.
And it's not just talking to people in your circle. If therapy's good, but somebody outside that you're not going to judge, that's not going to judge you by what you say. But it's also the siblings. I mean, Jake has 2 brothers.
Yeah.
And, how do they get affected? How are they neglected? Not intentionally, but because of all the attention that you're putting on the child that needs the help. So it affects so many people. And again, the TSC World Conference, TSC Alliance, they're doing a great job in letting people know that there is help out there. Look at me. Oh, my God. That's me at 19, I'm like 22. All of us. Back. Look at that. I have hair there. I don't even recognize that guy.
Oh, yeah. We
so, by the
some
way,
good pictures,
as a caregiver, through stress, I got alopecia this year. Because people are watching this going, wait a minute. Is that him? I mean, and I'm sure being a caregiver has attributed to this. So I blame my son. I blame my son.
Well, that was going to be my next question, because you've kind of talked a little bit about how this involves the whole family, but caregivers can also feel like, I really can't take care of myself because I've got to give so much to the other person, but that should not be how it is, right?
No, because I flew out here and they say, when if the mask drops, put it on yourself before you help someone else.
Yeah.
That's just, that just shows you have to take care of yourself. There's many different ways I do it, but I'll just put music on, or my wife, I play backgammon, she's mahjong. It was like this whole thing. You have to find your thing. You need time for yourself. It is so important. We all have that, but you really put yourself in the back burner, and you take second place to helping the ones that you love. And it's just natural, of course, but at some point, or not even at some point, on a regular basis, you need to talk about it. You need to know you're not alone, and you need to take care of yourself.
Real quick, what do you think some of the misunderstandings might be surrounding epilepsy or caregiving that you want people to know?
Again, people think that they need to be perfect when they're a caregiver, and it's okay to be imperfect, and don't beat yourself up. Take that rearview mirror in the car of your life and rip it off and throw it away, because what's behind you is not in front of you, and everybody is, the one you love, you're worried about every little thing. You're never going to be perfect. except for me. I'm perfect. No, you'll never, as a caregiver, you're going to make mistakes. You're always
Yeah.
going to be, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. And talk to your doctor about not being okay. Talk to your doctor about the emotional stuff that you're going through, because it all ties together.
Yeah.
It all ties together.
I love that you're bringing this star power, and you have such a great message and a mission. Of course, the TSC World Conference is at Gaylord Rockies Resort in Aurora. That conference runs through Sunday. You're the keynote speaker today.
Yes.
You got to take care of yourself today. Get some rest before that.
Exactly.
Right?
Donuts. I'm on a strict donut diet.
Oh, me too.
That really helps,
We've got
doesn't
some
it?
good donuts in town.
Do you?
We'll talk offline.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg,
All
thanks so
right.
much
Thank
for
you
coming
for
in.
having me.
Appreciate it.